versus Black Dragons, a fight to fight in the grand finals. And it is going to be Vincent Gaming spawning on the offense with a quick rush here, and Black Dragons on the defense in the north.
Yeah, Black Dragon surprisingly does not really push into the central passage at all. Usually what we have from a lot of Chinese teams, they would dominate over to that B entrance and take that over and buy a good amount of 25 seconds, 30 seconds before making an entry into exactly this spot.
Lots of pressure here. Vincent Gaming, they edge in and then they back out immediately. Now, one thing about this team, they've always been very fluid and coordinated with their movement. They seem to move, it's almost like their side of the game is moving at a faster pace, like it's been fast-forwarded. Now they're in the mid, quick rotation. Looks like they may poke. Again, they never seem to want to commit, but there is a chance they could dive into A here if they see that fit.
Yeah, Mendez seems to be the guy scouting everything out. He was in a forward position in sideways for the longest of times, and that's allowed his team to kind of move in here as he takes a back position just to make sure that Black Dragons don't wrap around the back of this offensive push.
Vincent Gaming, after checking into that B entrance, they know that there's a sniper on A site.
Yeah, Mason is low, but Notzane is down. DGZ is down as well. And it's going VG's way right now as they get another kill.
It's a 3v2 right now. The Black Dragons scrambling to get the setup. The bomb already planted. Goken now moving down the narrow hallway, but he could be hit from either side as he tries to push.
And Rizal strikes all the way from that a long immediate shot into head. And ADRF, the only one left for Black Dragons, goes down first round, does go for VG.
Hype moment here for Vincent Gaming. The tension is real on the faces of the Black Dragons. A did look fairly exposed there. We did not have any high ground sniper position to try to cover that. You can pretty much see everything from A long, and it also, I don't believe, was smoked at that point in time. So an easy breach there for Vincent Gaming.
Yeah, DGZ actually went down from A top, thinking that he might have to go back up towards the B side early on.
Yeah, Mendez getting a nice early kill on Goken, making sure he's out of the picture as we move on in this game, but everything now is held up around center passage.
It should be an easier approach from Vincent Gaming.
Already Goken is down. I like Vincent Gaming biding their time here. They're all squeezed together. If Mazin actually tries to peek, he is going to get annihilated.
Another smoke through mid should give another signal that Vincent Gaming should be coming towards the midsection, towards the bridge, or jumping on top.
I think he thinks it's a fake. He may end up going in there. He may end up just eating a ton of AK bullets.
Yeah, Mason actually took quite a bit of damage from one shot there. He is pretty low as he's flashed up and instantly taken out, and that is the go sign for VG.
An invade over here on the A side, but one player already picked off. C4 not yet to be planted. 2v1 now. 2v2 here. No, excuse me, 2v1 as Fefe is still in the game. Fefe scrambling now down here.
One more for VG right now. Get that C4 planted. This is good news for Vienna, making it into 2v2. Right on top. Notzane is still staying on top of A.
Yeah, Vienna is down. ADRF is there. He is ready. He comes up, gets one, and he is untouched. As he gets two, ADRF, massive play there.
We've already got ourselves a very good series here. These guys do appear to be very evenly matched. Clutch play, and that was critical, as we have no idea who's really going to take the lead here right now.
Yeah, one apiece. Excellent play by Black Dragons there as they do defuse the bomb. But Vincent Gaming still look incredibly tight at this point. They look as though they were the ones playing the games earlier today and have been warmed up. There is no ice on their wrists, on their fingers. They are here and they are ready to play.
Now, that could have been real bad news for Black Dragons because they lost Goken early on and making that into 4v5 situation. And notice the position of DZZ. He's actually out all the way into the loading now with that AWM, controlling that much space for A site, knowing that the sideway is actually pretty much safe after that, getting that flash and check out with an AWM. Yeah, Vincent Gaming, they should have an okay idea, but not exactly where DZZ is at the moment.
Very conservative play here on both sides. C4 is going to get scooped up again. We may see them toying with mid here. They do like to smoke this area out and sort of wait.
Oh my god, this is crazy.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Nice shooting there. They're actually almost completely surrounded. And that was just immaculate play there by the Black Dragons again. You have to be good at randomizing your movement here on the map, and they were ready for a possible push into mid.
DGZ got 2 down almost instantly. The guy is a monster right now. He is 4 and 2 so far. And it definitely looks like he'll be hitting 5-6 by the end of this one.
Right now, 1 player on roof, 3 in warehouse. This is going to be a tough push here for Vincent Gaming. It's not just all every angle, it's above as well.
Is down Goken. Goken again gets a massive victory here for Black Dragons as they go 2-1 up.
Patient play there. A lot of that came down to the players eliminated there in mid. We may have DGZ maybe too far out here. This is pretty ambitious. The smoke will actually allow him to escape, throwing a nade just to ensure he might get some damage off over there.
And he actually did get quite a big hit in
Right.
there.
Luke,
going out.
I'm going to climb the ladder here. We're still waiting to see the plans exactly for Vincent. Black Dragons, quick with their rotations, but they're staying still for now. And they're in mid, but mid does not seem to be the objective for where they want to push. I think we're getting a setup here for A-Long. I'm not clear on if that's been... No, that has not been smoked over there.
Not at all. As Black Dragons, they have DGZ, but he's not alone. He's got Mazin on the bait spot. This is a weird spot for Black Dragons to actually push because they have less of a control towards the bridge side. And bad news for VINCIT Gaming to find Mazin from the side of the box.
Whipping that sniper shot. DGZ in trouble here. He is shot down. Vincent Gaming pushing in. The Black Dragons going to have to try to push in here from the east.
ADRF is trying to do what he can. Vienna is still around here too, but it is looking kind of bad for Black Dragons in this spot as Vienna gets one, but Lukaum gets Vienna, and that ties it up 2-2, and this is a very close series so far.
Yeah, it's anybody's game right now. This is a really even match here. I think we're going to go all the way to map number 3, if I had to be honest. They both are really making each other work for the wins. Now we have, again, small pushes here, but we usually have a lot of rotations here for Vincent Gaming. It never seems like the first spot they're going to pick is the one they're going to rush.
They usually just check into the B where just in case Black Dragons reach all the way into that B entrance with a smoke, which they have not yet been doing at all. They, instead of pushing from that B site, they're letting DGZ go in the wild, just unleash him anywhere he goes on the map and make sure he gets a kill and then safely comes back without getting a trading kill.
Yeah, Mason takes out Mendez there. That's big for Black Dragons. It is now 5 versus 4. He is untouched at this point in time, as it looks as though they're going to start trying to get over Central Street and start pushing A, but the rotation over to B is still possible.
Once again, mid-smoke, but you never know if they're going to push through. Some random bullets shot through there, and Goken gunned down immediately on the other side with some blind shots. 3v3 now, DGZ out of the picture here. Fefe taking some shots here as Mazik comes around. He does not manage to pull it all off, though, and ADRF is the lone survivor. Can he win a 1 versus 3?
Knotson coming up clutch there. He got 3. He's looking for more, and he gets it. ADRF is his as well. Knotson on absolute fire
Again,
in that one.
Black Dragons are actually starting with a 5v4, but VINCIT Gaming actually diving into the perfect spot at a great position choices right after and winning that 4v5 duel all the time.
Bomb rush B, it is. Flashes go out, ADRF picks up 2, but then does go down to Lukaum.
They're about halfway through pushing into B, but it does seem like the gunplay here from Black Dragons is pretty strong. Could go either way in this 2v2 here. So many different angles they can approach from. Lukaum going down onto the low ground, and that is it. In the last second, the Black Dragons even it out. We're here at 3-3. This is anybody's game.
This is incredible. VINCIT Gaming just responding immediately to B-side and Black Dragons just to come back towards the back street. They are giving no time for them to actually go into that good position spot towards the B-side.
Nobody is getting settled here. This is complete flux on where anyone can be going at any given time. We can see Black Dragons taking a pretty aggressive position over on B to try and just block out any potential rush. But you see instantly, VINCIT Gaming have made an adjustment. They're looking to push A, but still hovering between the two, not quite sure where they're going to go right now.
Yeah, from the loading that I think they might actually want to peek into A top if there are any snipers, but going into that B where it's dangerous with DDD, Matsun plus another member, but Fefe getting a better trade of end of all that was a dangerous zone to actually go in. But somehow, some way, VINCIT Gaming actually gets a better trade, but DZZ strikes back.
All evened up by DGZ's nice little snipe there through those very tight angles. We see a bit more action going on here at Central Street.
Could go either way here, 3v3. No real ground game for VINCIT Gaming. I do appreciate that they retreat and try to regroup here. C4 is still in the hands of the player in the gunfight. He does get the kill off, forcing a two-man split unless they decide to merge up. Either A or B are completely claimable, and this is an almost impossible situation for the Black Dragons.
You would expect a lot more chances of coming into B, and DZC might be caught, gets one, and still with 100. Oh, gets wall shot. Pretty bad wounded.
Unreal. It's a 1v1. The bomb has not been picked up. Goken takes the bullet, and VINCIT Gaming takes the lead.
Ru Zhao with an absolute clutch shot right there. It was looking like it was going to fall apart, but Black Dragons do end up falling. VINCIT Gaming take the slightest of leads as we're 7 rounds in.
Right there, I think Goken expected him to actually plant the C4 and then go for the position. That's exactly why Goken moved up so quickly. Did not choose to actually go for the plant. Was the right choice to peek into the backstreet. Make sure you have information before planting the bomb. Well done by VINCIT Gaming.
Mazen with the peak here. Again, VINCIT Gaming, these guys are so even, but VINCIT Gaming is eking out the win here. It would be key to try to win this and then take the 5-4 lead. But VG could end up pulling through with a 2-man lead. And for how even this is, that might be the pacing you need to just close it out.
Yeah, Mazen trying to get as much information as he can on the movements of VG, but he cannot see anything and decides maybe they're coming down A long. So he moves around, but that seems to be the cosign. It seems that VG know exactly where he was, and they have pushed out into this central zone.
Diving into the A side and responding better, but Fefe trying to break into that A side, not really landing the perfect shots.
It's an all-out brawl here. Mine's the only player left in this game. It's hard to imagine he could take this one spray and he disappears. 2v1 here.
With 2 HP, though.
Yeah. He can do it, though. We've seen him. Oh, no, he cannot. Gets hit with the grenade, ADRF. Almost Jordan-like there, gets another win. And it's 4-4.
So this is going to be the last round on this for the first half of this map. Then they'll swap sides. But these guys look so even. Every round is so critical because you throw one round that you had won, and that might be all it takes to be completely knocked into third place, fourth place.
Yeah, both teams are trying their hardest to get back into control, but still VG from BL, they're getting a lot done from the first half, and the Matsun again strikes from that A long. Mendez, he was the one holding position, but just single bullet headshot, I believe.
C4 is being pulled back out of B warehouse. They may try to fish around mid. But they're already down one player here on VINCIT Gaming. The Black Dragons, they seem to be almost like turrets at this point in time, not moving. Wow, not a kill there with that shot. DGZ going to throw an A and see if he can't chip him out of this game. And we have actually now very fluid movement here from the Black Dragons. They are ready for a possible push into mid here.
Yeah, it's starting to look bad for VINCIT Gaming. They've taken a lot of damage, but they do get Mazen down. Goken gets a count. Goken gets Fefe too. And it's looking like Black Dragons are going to be able to take the lead here, but Notzane takes down Goken, and it's a 3 versus basically a third of a person right there.
Even if you add the 2 up.
Yeah, I thought it was a 3v1, and then I realized Notzane is, in fact, still in this game with 1 HP and no longer. And this is going to be a miracle if we had a win there. So that does it. Now we swap sides. Great play by the Black Dragons. They've eked out a lead. We're only here in game 1, just now finishing up the first half of map 1.
I got to say, I fully enjoyed that first half. Back and forth between Black Dragons and VINCIT Gaming. The strategies were often just tied up, and great backup feed by the both sides. It has to be just Brazilian teams just knowing so well about each other, about how they move throughout the map of court. And that was exactly the reason why they were just clashing in throughout towards the bridge, towards the A side. Whenever they're going into the B, they were already flashed and smoked up all the time.
Right.
VG have to find a way to shut down DGZ. He is currently 11-7 after those first 9 rounds. He is playing just flawless Crossfire. He is so good on his movements. He's so good on his shots. It's going to be really hard to kind of collapse in on him.
Oh my God. 2 nades doing so much damage, and Black Dragons make it flushed out in this game. They definitely predicted an A-side rush.
They hit it, but Mason and Gokhan pulling things back. They take down Fefe, they take down Nelson. Ryuzao goes down to Gokhan. And it's now a 3 versus 1. It is a manhunt right now, and he goes down. VG draw first blood in the second half, and it is 5-5.
We rarely see that. A few nades completely damage the entire team, softening them up, so a few sprays from rifles will clean them up. And they're going to do, in fact, the same rush again, it looks like. Let's see if they pull the trigger. Same nades go down. I think they might just stall out and then dive in.
Yeah, you don't want to take that nade damage anymore.
Yeah, imagine you did that twice in a row.
That's 2 straight round loss, but it wasn't a dominant full-out ace 5-0 there. Still was able to provide some damage. I believe Natsun is there with a rifle.
Look at the positioning of VG. They knew this was going to be another A rush. They had 4 people within very close vicinity of the A site with only 1 protecting B. And Natsun takes down Mazin.
The push continues here. They're not really gaining ground. They're not giving up on A, but they're certainly not going to claim it. Is actually the push back here from Vincent Gaming has blown away 3 of the Black Dragon players. From here, it's going to be a real uphill fight for them to win. Keep in mind that it's 5-4 right now, so if Vincent Gaming pulls this off, we're tied up 5-5.
Yeah, I think their Black Dragons, they relied on the backup. They relied on the backup of DGZ to actually get that backup fire to get that kill instead of the rifler. So that's the reason why they didn't really fully go into that A side, knowing that there are a lot of defending members of VG.
So we see they're trying to do what they can, Black Dragons. They're in this central street, trying to find a position to break through, trying to find which route they need to take, but they're getting collapsed in on here. And from behind, ADRF goes down. Ryuzao takes him out, and there is 1 versus 5. This is one of the most dangerous games of tag you will ever see.
DGZ going to try to come through the corner here, finishing off what they started, but Fefe is the one to clean this out. That's going to be a lead now here for Vincent Gaming. They are feeling the momentum. The tension is real here for the Black Dragons. Are they going to push through into A site once more, or are they going to mix it up and go to B?
I think it's time to mix it up after losing 2 in a row for Black Dragons. As those nades are being so crucial after diving into that A-long. Vincent Gaming even boosting it up to the sideway. So great strategies coming out after checking that A-long is open.
Look at this wraparound here on sideways. There was 2 in that alleyway, but now only Fefe is there. But he will be able to get 1. Can he get 2? He does. Mazin and Viana both fall, and that was an excellent move. Make it 3. DGZ goes down to Fefe 2.
Total insanity here from Fefe. 3-on-1ing that team, and the Black Dragons, again, in the same position as before. How on earth are you going to overcome 5 perfect defenders with a 2-man infiltration?
ADRF can certainly start that by going into that B side immediately. Flash doesn't really know where Gokhan is, but takes that nade damage. Can't really find the right target to shoot at. The backup already came, and Lucan takes that headshot.
Yeah, ADRF is down. There is only Gokhan left. He's not having the greatest of halves so far. He's going to have to pull out an absolute miracle if he's going to get this. He's going to walk into Fefe. Gets him down with 1 shot. Takes down Fefe, but still goes down.
But immediate wall shot, and Mendez comes around from the corner. Went all the way towards the PL base.
Can Vincent Gaming snowball this to a victory? The Black Dragons need a win over here on the offense. And right now they just don't have it. As Vincent Gaming, their bullets always connecting with their targets.
It is 7-5. And a huge lead being taken by Vincent Gaming here. And this time they don't have anyone in that sideways little nook. So they're going to have to give up that spot, which kind of gives control of Central Street over to the Black Dragons.
Usually we do have switch from Gokhan into that rifle from the BL side. But this time they will just continue to deliver with 2 snipers.
Oh, DGZ picks up a big kill on Lucan right now, and it's 5 versus 4. But DGZ getting hot again. Fefe takes him down instantly, though. He is under the ground, and no way is he going to have any more kind of influence on this map.
Fefe having just such impactful engagements on here. He's taking kills that I think a lot of players wouldn't be able to do. Again, still a 4v4. It's still anybody's game. About a minute, 15 seconds on the clock. It looks like they may inch towards B, but there's 2 players ready to defend that. Let's see how quickly they can react. Mazen taking a peek over here right now.
Try to bait as a B push into the warehouse, but smoking into that midsection, going for the bridge push, I think it will be okay after knowing that one of the snipers is actually down from VG.
Yeah, nobody has eyes on this on the side of VG, so this might be really dangerous, but Mendez gets one before he's taken down by ADRF. And now there's a slight pincer movement trying to be attempted here by Vincent Gaming.
Flash grenade thrown over there. It's now down to 2 Black Dragons players. Again, Fefe, as long as he's alive, he's a real lethal threat. Bomb now planted. But Vincent Gaming is primed to invade right now.
Yeah, like the wait from Rizal there, he could have just went into that B site, challenged that 1v2, but he waited for his teammates to make it into a 3v2 instead.
It's one down. Diana is out. ADRF takes Fefe.
He gets 1 kill, but it's too much. I love the sweeping here from Vincent Gaming. They're hitting from so many different sides, and they know they can win map number 1. That bumps them up to 8. Black Dragons need to have a perfect series if they're going to come back.
That is 4 rounds in a row for Vincent Gaming in the second half. They're having a big role in the momentum shift, and Black Dragon certainly not able to. They're having some good plans and good delivery into the site, but they just cannot finish it for some reason.
Yeah, there's just a little bit of skill gap between the 2 teams right now, it seems, because everything Vincent Gaming doing right now is working. Unless this engagement goes horribly for them, it's a 1-for-1. Fefe goes down. He does take Viana with him, though. And we see the immediate retreat of Notsane.
Black Dragons do not want to overextend here. They need to come in here. All Vincent Gaming have to do is run down the clock until there's a push that comes in. They'll reposition as much as they can, take peeks whenever possible, but really, again, the burden in the spawn for the Black Dragons, they need to either get kills or plant the bombs. They have 2 locations to do it, but they've got to hit 1.
Yes, certainly 4-4. Not bad of a situation for Black Dragons. They still do have the 2 snipers up, Goken and DZZ. And DZZ has been sort of quiet on the second half, but still now with that C4, I think they want to try to go into that A side because they really want to go down, take down the member from that A top.
But look at Lucam's position. He's nice in that nook on B. So if someone comes around, he is in prime position to A, get information, and B, start just mowing down anyone in front of him. So we see that, VG Ryuzao takes down Goken.
They're surrounded.
Yeah, 100%. Where can they go? Mind you, Ryuzao has gone on a little adventure down to the south of the map. So that might just be enough, but he is going to get a wraparound here. He's run in to Mazen and ADRF, I believe.
Yeah, even if he's not getting another kill, he gave the information to his teammate. They're actually running towards that B side. They're in that warehouse, about to go into B. 25 seconds. There's no other way to go.
They're going to try to push this now. This is going to be very difficult because with 15 seconds, they have to kill both players and plant the bomb. Lucam here to buy time.
Oh,
and, wow.
Triple kill for Lucam.
Beautifully done. You can hear the cheers. I mean, these players just across the room from each other, they know. The Black Dragons are in trouble, and Vincent Gaming, the noose is tightening around the Black Dragons' neck. All they need is 1 more win, and they are 1/2 of the way to becoming in the finals.
I don't speak Portuguese, but I'm pretty sure I heard someone just shout, "This is easy."
Nice,
on the
really.
side of VG. Like, it is absolutely nuts right now. They are 5-0 so far in this half, and it doesn't look like it has any chance of slowing down.
But this is a pretty good chance after taking Mendez down immediately. He did overstep just a little bit before the entire smoke actually came out towards that B entrance. Better position for Black Dragons to spread with that 5 men. I think it's certainly better to spread into with the double sniper, try to target into a long, and then go for those flash plays.
We have B Road here pushed up into the B site. All the eggs have to go in one basket right now for Black Dragons. There are no half measures here. They have whittled Vincent Gaming down to 3 players. This should be the round they could win.
Yeah, Viana made a real nice move there. He is far away from the team, but just draws the attention of Fefe, who is absolutely nowhere near the B side. And he's got a long run before he can help his teammate, who is already down. So it is 1 versus 4. If anyone could do it, it's Fefe.
And now it looks like Vincent Gaming is going to get zoned out of the victory here unless we have the greatest play from Fefe ever. He's already gotten 1 kill, and that's where it's going to end.
But he got Goken, who wasn't even a part of that original fight. I mean,
yeah.
He just clicked and someone died on the map. It is insane. It's like Zeus raining down lightning bolts from up above. But a huge push now. 5 men going towards B. They're all in this tunnel. But Viana is there. Gets Notson. Lucam gets ADRF. Lucam gets Viana. Lucam gets Goken. Amazing takes him down.
And down to 3-2. Immediately strikes back though. Fefe, Mendez, they're left. And do they really go for that strike? They retreat back towards the BL spawn.
The future of the Black Dragons for game 1 is in Fefe and Men's hands.
Yeah, Fefe is doing this epic wrap around. Is he going to be able to catch him from behind? He could have if he was a little bit more decisive on his movements, but now he might just have the angles on them.
Yeah, totally spotted. He knows that, VG, they know that they're going towards that A site. They got to be swift. Mendez with not much HP, he can go towards the bridge, but has to win that long distance rifle fight.
No one has eyes on him, and he's...
Oh! Unreal. He doesn't finish the job.
1-1 though.
Oh, Mendez gets the kill. DGZ down, and that seals the first map for VG.
That was incredible. That was some of the best crossfire you could ever ask for. And we're not done yet. Vincent Gaming with the win on the Black Dragons. Can they do it again?
They have to. I mean, that was a near perfect sweep in that second half of the map. The first half of the map went the way of Black Dragons. It was looking real tight, and then it was just one after the other for Vincent Gaming, who managed to clean it out. Sure, Black Dragons got 1, but when you're scoring 6, it doesn't matter.
Honestly, I'm very surprised with the result in the second half. Vincent Gaming was able to lock down the Dragons, and Black Dragons, they had a lot of lead. They started with a lot of 5v4, still was not able to break in. And a lot of questionable decisions when they had the double snipers from BL side. I think they did so much better just having DTZ on their sniper and the rest of the squad in that rifle choice. But this was a different setup collection they brought against, especially against VG, which turned out to be really bad this time.
And now we're going to go to the highlights here. It was close at the start, it really was. It didn't seem like we could ever be sure until the very end who was going to win, but once the side swap came and Black Dragons had to break in and plant the bomb, Vincent Gaming was completely shutting them down.
I mean, Vincent Gaming sealed those Dragons behind some kind of mythical, magical gates, because they didn't even seem to show up in that second half. Every 1 versus 3 went VG's way. It was just phenomenal to watch. It was, everything went their way. I just can't even say anything more. Look at this engagement right here. That is everything going VG's way.
Yeah, Vincent Gaming with some very cool movement. They'll occasionally send one of their players out to stealth through the back of the level, knowing, since the Black Dragons were hemming and hawing a little bit, you can end up slipping in there, and then you get a few shots in the back. That's enough oftentimes to just close the series out.
And even if it's not, your teammate will be able to come from the front and finish it off because, you've already taken them down 3/4 of the way.
We're going to go into Black Widow here for map number 2. Now, Black Widow's the classic crossfire map. I do think this could still go either way. I think the Black Dragons, frankly, could come back here and win 2-0, but it does seem like as far as being those with the C4, they need to have better planning. They need to know how to break into that area a little bit more efficiently.
Yeah, I was slightly worried that Black Dragons, especially in their BL side, they weren't really able to have any of their offensive play at 100%. They have a lot of strategies prepared, but at the beginning towards the A side, immediately they were just half HP down from that one nade and started bad. Of course, that can always be a start. There can always be a bad start, but they were never able to recover from those bad plays. Reaching out to A both times, failed miserably, and then failed on the other side right after that. And then it was just dominance from VINCIT Gaming.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. The Black Dragons, they again have good defense. Do you think they were a little bit too automated at the first part of the second half of that map? It seemed almost like it was a morale blow. They lost both of those rounds very quickly, and they didn't seem to be able to recover.
Yeah, they really didn't. They really tried. You could see the moments where in another game against another team, they would have got like nice clean sweeps. They would have got 3, maybe 4 on 1. But this time around, VG was just too good. They just could not be stopped, and everything BD tried, and they tried a lot. They threw a lot at VG in that round. Couldn't do anything.
No, it didn't seem like there was much that could happen there. Gunplay, though, they seem to be very evenly matched. I'm curious on a different map, and in this case, we're going to go to Black Widow. There's different requirements as far as movement goes. This is one of the oldest maps in Crossfire, so maybe we have a different game here where Black Dragons can come out on top.
Yes, certainly the double snipers for Black Dragons will be so much better on Black Widow compared to Port. There's not much of a distant kill that you can actually do compared to Black Widow.
There is something that concerns me, though. BD already played Black Widow today, and they were taken all the way by Golden V, who are a completely different caliber of opponent than VG. VG is so much better than Golden V, and I'm worried that the performance there might just get in their heads a little bit. They lost on Port. Black Widow, they already had a very mediocre performance here. Maybe VG will have that advantage, the psychological warfare between the two teams, just based on their last performance on this map.
Game 2 starts now. Black Dragons, once again, the defenders. VINCIT Gaming starting with the bomb here. Let's see what kind of movement we're going to have from VINCIT Gaming, whether or not Black Dragons are going to sweep here. We have some pushing, getting close towards the B site, but that never means we're going to have them commit to there.
And of course, Black Dragons, it is going to be again DGZ and Goken on that AWM. Oftentimes they were split in the previous match that they had. But this time, they are on a push instead.
Yeah, Amazing gets to. He took down Fefe, he took down Lucam, and that is the start that Black Dragons really did need.
Whoa!
Knudsen returns the favor, though.
2v3 here. VINCIT Gaming having to cover both sides. They're really out of position here. We have a peek here, and we're about to have an engage. It's now a 2v1 here. Knudsen is going to have to take both Goken and DGZ, the MVPs of the team here for Black Dragons.
Yeah, both snipers. It is Knudsen against the world. Already got 3 kills. Might as well just get 2 more and have the entire ace for himself. Goken is also pretty low. That's a promising sign, but knowing that C4 is down towards the waterway, unlikely for the snipers to actually come out all the way far.
Yeah, I don't believe that Black Dragons have any idea that the C4 has even been dropped here. So he's going to snag that. He may push into B. It seems like the Black Dragons are confident B will be taken. This is good instinct by them. They have both areas covered.
His entrance, though, does put him directly in the line of fire of DGZ, who has a lot of hit points to play with, but he's coming around, and DGZ instantly takes down Knudsen, and that is a big morale boost for Black Dragons on this map.
A great play there. They were very well hidden. It looked like B site was empty, but in fact, there were 2 players lurking there ready in case. And of course, if A was planted, they would just simply push into there as well. We have another push towards B, but 2 players immediately ready here for the Black Dragons if there is going to be a gunfight there.
Oh, Mendez takes down Goken already on this map.
How did he sneak all the way back there already? Must have been a really good respawn for Mendez. Goken had no idea because of that smoke in A-long.
Right now, the Black Dragons, 2-man split on each side as we're seeing VINCIT Gaming close in onto A site. 1 pushing on A-long. It looks like the rest will go to A short across the bridge. They get a pick off there. 5 versus 2. Hard to imagine that VINCIT Gaming would throw at this moment here. Let's see what Black Dragons can do.
I mean, Lucam picks up 2 kills back-to-back there and is looking for more. The C4 is planted, so the 40-second timer does begin. That's it, is down. Viana gets him. Viana gets Riao Zhao as well. And this suddenly has completely turned on its head. It's still a difficult position, but it's a position they might be able to take here.
These players are right on top of each other. Only one Black Dragon player remaining, and that number goes to 0. Vincent Gaming, again, taking the initiative there.
The FFA was just hiding right next to the box, could not be stopped. That was after the timing you check into the box for the naming tag, and then he turned around from the A short. So perfect timing attack.
This game is mirroring what we saw in Game 1. It was even until Vincent Gaming swapped sides, was on the offense and crushed through. I'm hoping to have a stronger performance here on defense from the Black Dragons.
We'll see how it goes. There's a bit of shuffling around here in that center road, center passage again. Seems to be the optimal position just to try and get a little bit of information on your opponents and find out where they are or where they are not, which is also equally important, as we have a little bit of an adventure here by Lukaum, who decides to turn around and go home.
We have some nades chucked out over here. We're still waiting to see where Vincent Gaming wants to try to commit to. And a peek down mid here. He may smoke that once more. We'll see. Rotation into A long. A long is fairly well covered. Smokes have dissipated. We always see that area smoked at the start, which means it's sometimes a nice location to try to attack into later on.
Yeah, Mendez trying to get an angle on the snipers who are going to be up there, but the sniper gets the victory there. No, he goes down. Notzane is taken out. Mendez gets DGZ. Goken gets Lukaum. ADRF gets Mendez. And this is all going wrong for VG as BD take it one more time.
And that's the kind of play the Black Dragons needed. Shutting down Vincent Gaming, who ended up walking into a pretty good position for the Black Dragons, just completely picked off. They may be trying to rush over here. I think we're possibly going to see a push here through A short.
Yeah, after checking how many members are actually
Mendez
down in B site, they will continue to push C4 going towards A. Goken's left in no man's land right there in the middle of A.
And the Black Dragons need to scramble back here. The C4 is just now planted. This will trigger a push across here. 3 versus 4. It's not easy to get into the best position if you're all guarding B. If you want to try to get a good surround here on A, we may have one push through the alley over here.
Yeah, can they get an angle on each other? We see 3 pushing through that passageway as Lukaum takes Vienna.
Lukaum over here to the left, and he's going to be taking out DGZ. He does not see that player. Great play by Vincent Gaming again, evening it out.
Yeah, from BL22 is already a pretty good score for Vincent Gaming. As they got a lot more cover angle. Expected DGZ to have that backup fire from that passage. Did not really come through.
Rufsau instantly snipes Vienna there. That was absolutely insane. The slightest of peaks, and it all ends in tears.
Usually you go out towards the storage with the smoke. This time they didn't even have a smoke out there, so that was sort of an overextension by Vienna.
Vincent Gaming all the way back here at spawn. We may have an overextension from the Black Dragons. We see them combing middle here with just one player. And this is going to be a slow and steady push around towards A-long. The smoke is just now evaporated.
Yeah, but the information they're going to get from that position is crucial to the defense. They must know where the team are rotating to. It is the whole of Vincent Gaming against just Goken, and Goken doesn't have the power there to be able to hold it, but DGZ gets Mendez, Fefe gets DGZ though, and now it is a 4 versus 2. Mazin gets one, ADRF is in support as well.
Mazin with some nice firing there, picking off some of the stray players. We have one player over by window. That's going to be hard to breach without Mazin giving some good cover. Mazin now going to push through mid here. Good job here by the Black Dragons, even in this out 2-2. But only 22 seconds left on the clock here.
It's 2 versus 1. This is intense now. 2 versus 1. And it looks as though Mazin is going to get the drop here, and he does. Oh, Fefe gets a kill.
Oh!
2 HP left by ADRF. Comes immediately from the passage.
Sick defuse there. Great job. The Black Dragons are so clutch here. Again, each of these games so important. The Black Dragons want to maintain evenness, get ahead if they can, because Vincent Gaming, on our previous map, when we swap sides, just close it out.
So they need to build up, and Vienna gets Knudsen down with a very aggressive position. But look where all these 3 players are. It's insane. They're so aggressive. They're down in Waterway right now, and they're going to start us holding that B side long. but they are rotating out back into that B side. So the aggression is done, and they decide to sit back. They get a slight advantage, but nothing really to write home about at this moment.
4v5 right now, but heavy coverage over here on B. We have a smoked middle. They may try to push through that here.
Still a big win for Black Dragons by drawing out that many smoke and flash into the waterway. I believe at least 4 were thrown into that position. And just backing out without losing a member, I think that was the key.
So they're moving on top. Vienna is lying in wait, waiting to strike from the shadows. He's right down behind that box. Will he be able to get an angle when they finally breach through this door? And he does indeed. He gets one. ADRF took out Rizzo. Mason takes out Mendez. Fefe, though, gets one back for his side. ADRF is down, but it is now an untenable position. It's 1 versus 4.
Great splitting there by the Black Dragons, each one hunting a different Vincent Gaming player down. And Fefe, I mean, we can always try, right? You can do whatever you can to try to get in there, but this is really the Black Dragons' game to lose at this point in time.
100%. He can do it, but he does not. Goken lands that sniper shot, and now Black Dragons take a 2-round lead here, but don't count out Vincent Gaming right now.
Yeah, Vincent Gaming can always come back. Right now, the Black Dragons are clutching this. Nades coming down all around. Knotson eating a little bit of damage there from that one. But only one guarding B here. I think they threw enough nades in there. They were hoping they could get that team to turn around. It's actually a fairly naked base here. Vienna going to go behind the crate, have to buy time.
No.
He disappears.
Fool me once, but you cannot fool me again. Knotson knew exactly where Vienna was hiding right there. He gets right behind him, pulls the trigger, execution style, and it's now a 4 versus 5.
C4 planted, Black Dragons coming around. This looks pretty good for Vincent Gaming, though, as Black Dragons are falling into every trap. And once again, Goken this time, instead of Fefe here, trying to kill off 4 players and defuse a bomb.
And Lukao gets it. That makes it 3 to 4. Vincent Gaming only 1 round behind right now.
Good stretch into B side when 3 of the members for Black Dragons, they were running down A long, just like they're doing right now. Again, this time spotted by Fefe.
Now it's going to be a push here, I think up into A short. Not with all their players. This is actually one of the most disjointed positions I've seen from Vincent Gaming, but they are covering a lot of area. They could end up sniping Black Dragons as they try to push through mid. Bomb being planted. Is he going to get this off in time?
He does indeed. C4 went down as quick can be. Lukao gets DGZ though. And now Black Dragons are scrambling for anything they can do. It is...
Oh!
All right, well, that's one step to do it right there.
Vienna needs more than one. As Martin's sort of just trapped here, he has nowhere else to go.
Yep, his guns are both fully loaded. Lukam over there on the side shoots him down. You can feel the energy here. Frustration here from the Black Dragons. It's 4-4. One more game on this side of the map, and then it's going to be Vincent Gaming on the defense.
I mean, this seems to be exactly the same of what we saw on Port, where it's just back and forth, and then VG wake up in the second half and just completely slap Black Dragons away. But it might go either way on this one. It is the ninth game on this one.
Yeah, the same type of strategy for Black Dragons on GR worked real nice against Golden V because they had less of a control towards that loading dock towards A long. But Vincent Gaming, they're intentionally actually throwing a lot of resources out towards B. So which is the counter strategy against what Black Dragons are trying to do on Black Widow.
We're waiting at B. Vincent Gaming or Black Dragons is about to seize the lead here. Vincent Gaming's lost one player. That's still enough to where you can push through and break them. But with a 2-1-2 split here, it's going to be tough because no matter where Vincent Gaming attacks into, the Black Dragons are going to know the position. This is one of the big difference between having, let's say, 3 players on defense instead of 5.
Yeah, everyone on the Black Dragons putting up great performances right now, but it's just, can they get past this final hurdle in the first half? We see a nice rotation over onto A, by Vincent Gaming. But they are going to slowly... They're very apprehensive about the positions that they are in, as we see Fefe in waterway getting kind of closed in on here by ADRF. ADRF... Oh!
This is actually better for VG. There was a bait position for this A push.
But you see, Black Dragons do not rotate over to B. They know what is going on. They know this game. And we see Viana once again in the same spot. Is that going to play against him here? It does not. Viana gets Fefe.
I think the Black Dragons knows the push is coming in over here. It's a 2v2 at A site. Nade's thrown down here. Is that going to take him out?
One down. Oh, DGZ take a bow. That was incredibly nice. Great finish to this first half. As once again, Black Dragons take a half away from VG.
With Black Dragons in the lead, maybe they can keep that momentum going. Again, they basically had a series that looked like this already in Game 1. They need to keep that going here in Game 2. Vincent Gaming looking very on edge here. They are eager to just get out of this phase of the tournament and go to the finals.
Yeah, and I mean, they're already one map ahead. I mean, they can play around a little bit, but I really do think they're going to just turn that screw. Vincent Gaming are just going to bring it in this half and possibly close it out in a very similar fashion to Port.
Yeah, 4-5, Black Widow from Blacklist side. That's a great result in the first half, as it might be the same result all over again, just like Port. As Vincent Gaming, they had near flawless defense from GR side.
The Black Dragons have gathered up. They're hanging out for now, just outside of A short. Cool rotations here from Vincent Gaming. They are definitely peeking in mid, trying to see if they can find anything here. Not a lot of attention to B. The C4 has just been dropped, so it doesn't get stuck somewhere on the map where the Vincent Gaming can cover it with their sniper rifles.
Yeah, DGZ was playing super deep on the snipe, seeing if he could get anything through storage, but nothing appeared, so he has rotated just a little bit over to the central passage. Is he going to be able to get a sight all the way down the hole? Probably not, as we see an engagement here. Knudsen takes out Mazin, and immediately they retreat back through the alley, but Knudsen does pay with his life.
Black Dragons is coming up now. It's 3v3. The C4 is going to get picked up. Vincent Gaming's confident that the A site might get hit, and it looks like we're having Black Dragons inch into the A site.
Here we can see coming up through alley here. Are they going to get spotted? Viana, ADRF, Fefe and Mendez are both down. There is only Ryuzao left for VG, and this is looking like Black Dragon's game because lying in wait is Goken.
Yeah, at least Ryuzao, he knows that he has to take out a sniper from a long, but does not spot where Goken was hiding. Media shot taken. That's a great start for the Black Dragons.
The Black Dragons are beginning to pull ahead here. I think we're probably going to have a game 3. I hope we're going to have a game 3. They do only have a 5-4 lead, though. Excuse me, a 6-4 lead. So let's see how far they can carry that. Suddenly, Vincent Gaming players being annihilated, mowed down.
Lukaum was the last one to get shut down in his prime, and it is a 5 versus 2, and there is no damage on the side of Black Dragons. This is a wash for Vincent Gaming.
And they're going to keep closing in here. That is it. The Black Dragons, we're having fists hit the table. The tension is high. It looks like we could easily go to game 3. Here's the momentum for the Black Dragons. They are bringing it here tonight.
Yeah, Vincent Gaming diving into that A long. They were just going into that end hell. They were going for that trap. Immediate response from Black Dragons. Dove into that A side. Had no way of collapsing on them.
Yeah, this is a completely different story from Port, as Black Dragons already doubled the amount of rounds they got in that second half on Port, and they seem completely pumped for it. It's pretty sure we were going to see Viana put a hole in the desk when he slapped it then. Maybe that'll come later.
Now we wait to see who's going to get the first pick here. I would definitely hope that our player at B does not overextend for the Black Dragon's sake. They're eyeing A short, and I think we may have our bomb get collected and a push either through mid or possibly even they come around through long. Firefight over here in mid now. And
DGZ
the
picks
only defender at a bomb site has been picked off by a sniper.
Yeah, DGZ gets that on Mendez, and that's huge. ADRF gets Fefe too, and that's even bigger. The big guns have already fallen on the side of Vincent Gaming, and it looks as though Black Dragons are going to cruise to a 3-round lead here. There it is. Viana gets used out. Viana's on absolute fire right now as he takes down Nutsin as well.
Communication is just not there for Vincent Gaming right now. They have no idea where Black Dragons are coming from. Through the smoke.
Vincent Gaming is disorganized. They are panicked, and they are very close to losing map number 2.
You say they're panicked, and then you look at them, and they're just like, well, this will happen, I suppose. Like, it's all right. We don't mind. We're just going to let them feel like they're going to win. They're going to go a little bit higher up, and then we're just going to come back and sweep it from here.
Smoke's coming down. Pushing through.
Oh, but Goken and Mazen getting big kills on the board. Lukam gets Mazen. Nutsin. Oh my god, this is completely turned around on his head. As VG close it out. Ryu Zhao on Goken. And that might just be the start of the end.
Beautiful play there. I think a little bit too ambitious from the Black Dragons. They had that momentum. Again, they need 3 more wins to be the victor. We could actually go to our first 9-9 score situation, which I would love to have as well. Smokes everywhere. Flash is going down. We haven't had that much attention to B right now. A lot of poking into B, a lot of rotating into A. Vincent Gaming's already shown they're very fine stretching as far as defense goes on the A side. A long covered and A short covered just by one player, while B, it's more of a clustered defense.
Yeah, and basically the position of Black Dragons has allowed Fefe all the freedom in the world to wrap around, but we can see that Goken is looking that way. I think he knows something is up. I think he knows what Fefe wants to do. Fefe wants to wrap in behind them when he gets the chance. But he is in line of sight of Goken.
Yeah, in that safe position, because Black Dragons did not even peek into that A-long. Doesn't really know if there was a smoke or not, into just blocking their sights from reaching anywhere close to that sniper. That's Mendez and A-long. But of course, having it on the other side, rotation into that B side, over Nate. Blocking the double doors, but double from the quarter box.
I like this. It's going to look like it's abandoned until they both pop out. Smoke's going down. Now a nade came from there, and that's going to expose the position.
VG get a few nice hits here. Ryu Zhao gets Lukam, gets DG and ADRF. Mazim takes him out. Goken pistols Ryu Zhao. And it's 2 versus 2.
You can see now they're both going to come around here. It looks like they want to try to catch them from behind here. Goken needs to go get the bomb, but he does not have that yet. He's trying to confirm that nobody's coming from that side.
He doesn't know that the sniper is coming along from the side.
And they haven't seen anybody from Vincent Gaming here. It's got to be an uncomfortably quiet moment here on the map. Oh,
Goken, you stood there with that C4.
Yeah, and he tried to switch into the sniper rifle when he was going past the open area. Big mistake there. 20 seconds on the clock, no plant. Fefe just trying to keep some pressure on here. The plant is happening behind the box.
Oh, it's not even
No, it's
started.
actually not happening yet. Excuse me. I see him
He's
crouching.
waiting for that time. And Goken now going for that plant.
He needs to put it down here immediately.
Oh,
Oh
Fefe
my
gets
God.
Oh, no, 3
Mazin.
seconds.
2,
Doesn't have time.
1. Oh my God. That's what I'm talking about. You got to get that bomb planted or you lose.
He had all the time in the world to get it down, but he didn't know he had that much time. He should have just started the plant, see what happens, because when you're that low on time, the smallest of distractions will completely lose you the round.
Yeah, and all you have to do is come out there, fire the gun once or twice, and back up. And if they can't chase you down, which is hard to do without a little bit of time left there, you're going to end up winning anyways.
It couldn't get closer than this. It is 8-6. Black Dragons with a narrow lead. Vincent Gaming, though, starting their comeback in this one, as we see a lot of movement over on B-side long.
Yeah, Black Dragons, they usually will not make those kind of mistakes. You can tell by that play the pressure is on, even if they're winning by 2 points in round score.
Yeah, that was our first no-plant loss for the entire tournament.
I've never seen that within the past few years for Black Dragons.
This time, Black Dragon's going to just sit here in A short, anticipating a push, but in fact, it's going to be A long. So there's going to be a funny situation where they're both going to infiltrate this, and then it's going to look like it's Vincent Gaming trying to invade their own bomb site to try to cover this.
Well, instantly, Viana gets Fefe. Fefe going down is absolutely massive, and Ryuzao gets ADRF. So both big guns off the field already.
Willing to let the site open up, though. They want to have the backup members first towards that A passage.
No bomb plant again here. Still plenty of time on the clock, but let's not forget what happened in the last game.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll repeat that twice, as the bomb plant has started and the bomb is planted. So now 40 seconds left. Mendez gets DGZ. And there is the narrowest of gaps here, but Mason takes a count. Mason takes Ryuzao. Goken takes Mendez, and everything is turned on his head. Knudsen gets Goken, but Mason takes out Knudsen and brings it home for Black Dragons.
Tense moment here. That will bump them up to 9 wins, but Vincent Gaming's not that far away from tying it up with 9. One more loss, and we go to our third map here.
The Black Dragons, they certainly want to seal everything right now, as they have broken through A site so many times.
That's right. So many times they've breached that location. How will the next few games go, though? The bomb has been ditched back over at the spawn until they can really come up with a plan here. The Black Dragons know it's one more win, and then we get to the contingency match.
Yeah, and I mean, Vincent Gaming, I don't think they really want to go there, because
no, probably not.
They really want to close it out 2-0. The Black Dragons look intent on taking us all the way. They're in a very nice position right now. They're nicely spread out. I don't think Fefe is going to manage to find much luck wrapping around the back this time round, because he's in the middle of no man's land and no one is in sight of him.
Yeah, I like the cover and the peek into that double doors, now going into that B site. Does some damage, but look out straight immediately back UTZ with that shot. B site is in control, but not totally. Knudsen is still there. He's out in control, behind the box.
Shots fired here. So much chaos here. Just one Fefe player, one PG player, Fefe, is left here. Can he pull off a miracle? Are we going to go to game 3?
It's 2-5 so far this half. That is not where he wants to be. The bomb is planted, and now he has all the work to do, unless somehow he can get in here and disarm that bomb without taking any damage. Fefe and Goken peeking each other out now.
The longer he stays at window, the more complicated it's going to get. The other players can simply reposition.
He has to come out through the smoke if he wants to come through the double doors, and it's close to no way of winning that 1v3. Takes one down.
Oh, that's
10
2.
seconds.
Can he do? He's just going to go for the disarm.
He's going to go for the defuse.
Oh,
No way.
Viana knew exactly what was going on, and that brings us to Ankara.
Clutch play there. I like the idea. I totally get it.
Almost had it.
Yeah, almost had it. It was actually halfway to defusing. The bomb diffuses very quickly in Crossfire. Now we're going to go to map 3, and thank God. This has been an amazing series. I have no idea who's going to take it. Both these sides so evenly matched.
It's unreal how good these two teams are. This could have been the final.
It has been the finals before.
Exactly. Imagine this on the final going all the way. Two teams who know each other inside out, back to front, taking games off each other in the manner that they're doing. It would be absolutely just mind-boggling to watch. But we're going to go to Ankara. G-Clef, who do you think has the advantage as we head into this map?
Honestly, I have no idea. 10-6 on port for VINCIT Gaming, 10-6 for Black Dragons for Black Widow. We go to the final map. We just have to see the matches and who wins. This can just go either way. Tasteless, Simon. I'm just amazed by the level of Crossfire these two teams are already bringing in the semifinals.
I know. I can only imagine what the Chinese teams are thinking as they're watching this. I mean, these guys are absolutely terrifying. Ankara is where the score is going to be settled. Again, it is the first to 10 wins. Ankara is a very different map. It has a lot of long angles here. Sniper rifles are very, very powerful. And of course, you get 1 or 2 sniper rifle shots off, you've suddenly killed off 2 to 3 players, and it's very easy to close the game out from there. So when you're the offender, it's very important you move in the right way.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see the battle between DGC and Mendez on the snipers. Fefe doing what he does best, but he wasn't activated quite as much in Black Widow. He definitely didn't have the greatest of second halves. So we'll see if he can pick back up. ADRF having an okay time. Goken as well has been on absolute fire today.
Yeah, Mendez didn't really do too much from Black Widow as he was pinned down by the 2 snipers on himself. And going to Ankara, I think it's possible that VG would just keep a lot of rounds with just 5 rifles instead of having a sniper, as you can have a lot more close quarters and closed angles where you can bait a lot of Black Dragon snipers in and then get those easy shots with the rifles instead.
Our players are now in the lobby. We're waiting for this game to start, but so much on the line here. The pride of Brazil. Brazil right now an emerging esports power, and in the last few World Finals, they were the champions. So one of these 2 teams is going to represent them. The rivalry between VINCIT Gaming and the Black Dragons is a historic one. It does seem like either team can take it.
Oh yes, for sure, as this map slightly more towards, I would say, just by maybe like 49 to 51. 51 going towards VINCIT Gaming because they have a lot more firepower when it comes down to the rifleman push compared to the Black Dragons. And Ankara is certainly a map when you have that much firepower when you're on a rush, especially towards that A site, Black Dragons might not be able to stop them.
But they do have momentum on their side. They did take that very convincingly. It was close, but the wins they got were just... It felt like VG were making mistakes, even though they weren't. Like, it looked as though they were slightly out of position. Minimum margins in those mispositionings is what gave Black Dragon the win, and I don't think they're going to do that again.
I'm curious here with the different approaches because teams like this, they've played each other so many times. Each region does have a meta for how they're viewing this. I mean, when you're in Brazil, you're playing on the servers that Brazilians play on. When you're Chinese, you're obviously on the Chinese servers. So these guys know each other in and out. And we already saw some unusual plays here. For instance, the bum rush onto the, I think it was the A site on Black Widow there by the Black Dragons, right? There's a certain degree of randomization you need to have every time you go into a crossfire game. And I'm curious to see what we're going to have here this time around on Ankara. Again, when you have teams that know each other this well, there are mind games occurring that we can't even see.
Yeah, that's exactly what might happen. DCC might just strike, go all the way towards the back, wrap around the corner with that AWM, and strike onto back of VG all the time, which is less likely on Ankara. So that's one of the randomization that the Black Dragons are always trying to do. Compared to VG, they do a lot of those striking on the back with the sniper, a lot more compared to VG. So that could be an advantage point if they actually want to do in Ankara.
One thing we want to watch for as well is smoke play. When you have a map like Ankara with these long corridors, obviously a sniper rifle can be the game decider, and that's why smokes are so significant. Where do you smoke, and also when do you smoke? You got 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. You smoke too early, use up a location like that, and then exhaust the opportunity. That's a problem as well.
But you are hiding any potential movements. You're feigning where you're going. Like, the smoke mind games, the smoke, like, meta game is insane to watch. And I know we don't really talk about it too much because it's really hard to keep a track of where all those smoke grenades are going. But just the way these teams are utilizing it, it's like, okay, I'll flash down on office, but I'm actually going to be moving through quarters. It's like, it's beautiful to watch. It's poetry in motion every time a smoke grenade comes down.
It's incredible because you're completely right. You could see all the way down this corridor, but when you smoke it, did they move through that area? Did they not? It's a game of incomplete information. But with the timer ticking here, it's important that you capitalize on those moments. And let's not forget, we've had some late bomb plants all throughout today's games. I understand why. In a game like Crossfire where things happen so quickly, you could be planting and then shot, but we did see the Black Dragons drop a match without ever getting a kill, without getting that final kill, and also not planting.
Yeah, that felt like a huge mistake. And something that can slowly start to eat away at the player's mind. I'm not quite sure who it was, but it might eat at him. Like, and if I just planted it 3 seconds earlier, or if I had planted it 20 seconds when I was sitting on that spot for the longest time, if that gets into his head, he might start performing poorly on Ankara.
Yeah, it was Gouken, but not as bad because they were still able to win that map for Black Dragon, so I don't think it affects them as much going into the third map here.
You can feel the energy, the team's doing their chants, and now our map is loaded up. Black Dragons over here defending A side and B side. Vincent Gaming with the bomb. This is the final game between these two players. The winner of this best of 3 goes on to represent Brazil in the Crossfire Grand Finals.
Usually when we have these two teams, especially on the final map when it comes down to match decision set, then both teams actually go very passive, incredibly passive before extending into the other side of the map.
But look at the way Vincent Gaming are playing this. They're already 5-man in quarters, but oh, 1-for-1. DGZ goes down. Oh, and it's now Vincent Gaming with a slight lead.
Bold move for them to hide there. You could have easily been naded and killed off, but they did breach location. We have Black Dragons scrambling to try to get a position. The bomb just now planted. Can the Black Dragons reclaim? It looks like Gouken will have to wait for the smoke to dissipate.
They can't really get the angles on each other, but Mazin gets Fefe. So Fefe slightly too far forward. Mason is also in a bad spot, and he just walked in front of the fire there. Ryuzao and Lucam go down. Nodson gets Mason. It is 2 versus 1. Is he going to do it? He almost did.
Running out of bullets there. We hear a slam on that table. So much tension here. They do get the defuse.
And
right
the bomb
now.
is down.
Yeah, good, great choice by Gouken to actually wait near that fence, giving a lot of time for his teammate to come across the A hall.
It's a great way to take on a player when there's one left. You know, they don't have that many bullets. Their screen can only be pointed in one direction, and that's exactly the kind of punish we saw back there. Interested to see, again, Vincent Gaming crowding up just right next to A-Site because 1 or 2 nades thrown in there, and they're all going to get nuked. But that was a risk they were willing to take.
Yeah, and it looks like it's a risk they're willing to take twice because once again we see 3 on B, but they're trying to get angles all the way across over that central passage. We can see, I can't quite see who it is nooked away there.
Yeah, 2 best rifles from Black Dragons. Again, a big rush into the A site.
2 down.
Vienna.
We hear laughter over here in the studio as it's been a confusing moment. Vincent Gaming does get in there and get the kills. It's 3 Black Dragon players on the outside, but they've already pulled this off once in the same spot. Bomb being planted. We may have full lower rotation, which would be interesting.
Yeah, somehow cancels the plant and goes for it again immediately after. And immediately they kind of just bounce out of that spot for a little bit, trying to just keep eyes on passage, keep eyes on quarters as well.
Instead of just waiting on that site, checks onto the back street so they know exactly where they're coming from.
Yeah, Nodson gets Mazin. DGZ gets Lucam. Who's going to get the next kill? That is going to be the important one, as it is 2 versus 2. Oh, DGZ goes down. Gouken goes down. Fefe gets 2 kills to close that up for Vincent Gaming.
Yeah, real hard for the 2 snipers to come upstairs and get those 2 riflers hiding behind the smoke. That was real hard job to do by the 2 snipers from Black Dragons to get that retake.
You're completely right, G-Clef. Almost impossible with just 1 bullet from a sniper rifle to ever come out on top. So positional advantage. How many more times is Vincent Gaming going to try to clutch the A site? It looks like, again, we have at least movement over here. We don't know if it's going to be a committal for sure, but again, you can't rotate that many times on Ankara without being sniped.
Yeah, you also can't rotate 5 men over to A and then immediately try to rotate them over to B. It's just a logistical nightmare. So it looks like it is going to be yet another rush on A as Ryuzao gets ADRF. Ryuzao gets Vienna as well. 2 huge kills.
Oh no, Vienna waited a little bit too long, got immediately flashed when he wanted to get that kill. Gouken trying to look through the smoke.
You're kidding me. In the scope, but of course we can see it. He can't.
Of course. Goes right in the middle of that smoke. You can't really see anything even if it's zoomed up.
Yeah, more movement around the map as DGZ gets Ryuzao. That's 1 on their way. Black Dragons Gouken gets Mendez, and now it's 3 versus 3. Suddenly everything is equaled up as Gouken gets Nuts and Lucam gets Gouken. Fefe gets DGZ. And Lucan gets Mazin, finishes it up, and that's another win on the side of VINCIT Gaming.
Oh no, changes, big changes needed. They need to have a big rotation, especially with the sniper into that A side. They have been putting a lot more men towards the B. Now Black Dragons looking to change it up and focus a lot more on the yard side instead.
Wow, just shot right through the smoke. Vienna already out of the picture. Mazin throwing a nade, and it does actually end up making the situation 4-4 here. We have a rush over here towards the B site. Are the Black Dragons going to be ready?
You can already see Black Dragons kind of doubting themselves, moving over to A. It's like, okay, everyone's rushing B, but normally they go A. Let's move over there. But things have started to normalize. We see ADRF rotating, making that long rotation over to B site as Goken takes knots and DGZ gets Fefe with a pistol. Goken snipes down Mendez, and now it is a 1 versus 3, but it doesn't matter. DGZ gets used out and closes that map out.
We are at 2-2 now. It's anybody's game. We're halfway through the first half of these players sharing the map.
DZZ kept that B side under control with the pistol. Got 2 members down. He should have been a rifler instead. Why is he using the pistol instead of the sniper gun? He's got the backup shots from Goken. They have the trust down in the same line of form on that B side. That was exactly the reason.
Another push over to A. Is it too predictable? Black Dragons stacked over at the A entrance, eager to have the VINCIT Gaming players try to push through. Even the Black Dragons at B seem ready to launch themselves into the A site.
Yeah, they'll just catapult themselves over as soon as a sniff of VINCIT Gaming on the A side happens.
Here we go. Here we
right
go. Nice movement. The jump and the sprint, and they are just annihilating the Black Dragons.
Mendez views out, both get big kills, and it's now 5 against 2. DGZ and Goken, 2 snipers against basically rifle. They have no chance in hell, but they might try to make it work here. DGZ gets Mendez, Lucan gets DGZ, Goken gets Lucan. Fefe closes it out though.
Not enough bullets in the chamber of that pistol to make a difference here. Beautiful game. VINCIT Gaming now taking the lead again. This is the last game in this best of 3. We're tied up 1-1. VINCIT Gaming versus Black Dragons. The winner goes off to compete against China for the Crossfire World Championship title.
Yeah, this whole match between these two teams has been kind of a metronome going left, right, blue, yellow, VGBD. It's really hard to tell who has the advantage at this point, but Fefe takes out Goken.
And DGZ was also really super low going for that shot, but taking one more.
Oh, DGZ gets
He's
2.
on 5.
Is he going to get a 3rd? No, he does not. He is closed down, but now it is a 1 versus 2.
Martin locked down all the way into that yard side near the GR spawn, so the C4 is dropped right in the middle. Mendez, he has to go. He might just go around and then look for that C4 because he's got time. 135 left.
Shots to the smoke. They are not connecting with their targets.
Oh, and he was slightly too far over on the window.
And
Vienna manages to get him down.
Here we go again. The Black Dragons tying it up 3-3. It's anybody's game. We are down to the wire here. This will be the last game on this side of the map.
A 4-1 split from Black Dragons. They expect another A push going out into the quarters.
It's fine as they start pushing down. This is very aggressive on BD side, and they are getting heavily punished by VG.
Oh my.
They know this victory should be an easy one here. DGZ isolated, trying to fire some shots. Got to be careful, though. He is quite the fierce player. That's going to, once again, bounce VINCIT Gaming back up here.
VG knew that was over before anyone else did. You guys can't hear it, but in the studio, they were absolutely noisy after the first 2 kills, and the kills kept pouring in. VG take a narrow lead, 4-3. And again, it looks like they might be posturing over to go to A. But we have seen these rotations over to B in the past, as Mendez looks like he is going on a little journey through the mystical lands of Center.
AK pointed here by ADRF. And this is a location that looks like we're about to have this VINCIT Gaming army barrel through.
Yeah, this time it's a little bit different with 3 men for Black Dragons ready to hold that A site.
get their angles. Ryuzao gets Vienna, Notsen gets ADRF, and VD are falling apart at the seams. It is a 1 versus 5 situation, and he cannot do it. Vincent Gaming take it 5-3.
They're getting their lead. Frustration on the faces of the Black Dragons. They are just not able to defend the A site.
That was a perfect flash on all 3 members of Black Dragons. Was the reason why they were able to enter that site without losing a single member.
ADRF is not having the time of his life right now. He is 0-6 this half. That is absolutely abysmal at this point. He should be at least getting 1, 2, and his position is super important for his team. They're looking for him to get 4, 5, maybe even 6 kills in the first half.
VINCIT Gaming, they don't know how to go towards the B site. It's all about the A site, as this cannot be stopped at any time. Again, a good flash.
Vienna is shut down in his prime. ADRF, though, does get 2, but he is down on the floor now. 2-7, he finishes this half, and it is 3-3.
Gunfight over here. One of the more critical ones is the Black Dragons are getting closer to trying to even this out. Again, plenty of time on the clock here. Can Fefe actually hold this off? He's had these moments before, but there's going to be many angles that he's going to be hit from.
Oh, he gets 1.
He gets 1.
Against 2 snipers, he needs a pretty good position to hide his body first.
20 seconds. DGZ, he's going to retreat down here to the low ground. He just needs to buy time. He needs about 10 more seconds to buy time. Gets a kill. Gets a kill. Oh, my God.
Is he going to finish it off? Is DGZ
He just needs to buy time. He just needs to run the
6
clock
seconds. Oh, Fefe won this one already.
Yeah, they know it. They win it. They get the kill. A big morale boost there. Great play by Fefe. The energy in the studio is electric.
Everything was silent as that little 1v1 was going off. You could hear a pin drop. But as soon as the time started ticking over, they started cheering. And then Fefe, it doesn't matter if it's 1 versus 2, 1 versus 3. He will finish it for VG.
VINCIT Gaming says Dragons aren't real. We're going to go to the side switch here and see what happens when we have to have a role reversal. The Black Dragons need to win 7 games here if they're going to win this series. And VINCIT Gaming is looking clean. They're looking perfect. How will the Black Dragons infiltrate?
Let's see so far with 3 snipers, even on Vienna.
Fefe making moves. He's trying to find the angle on top of ADRF and just continue to ruin his day. These grenades start pouring through front yard.
I think VINCIT Gaming is feeling confident with the 5 rifles, providing that firepower against the snipers. And snipers has been pretty quiet, except for those pistol action from Black Dragons.
C4 waits down here. The Black Dragons, they're going to have to be ahead of themselves in every game. I mean, the VINCIT Gaming has room for creativity, and they also have room for mistakes with a lead like this. Again, first to 10 wins, moves on to the finals, fighting off against China here.
Yeah, rotating through office onto B. Black Dragons trying to get things done. It looks like VINCIT Gaming were expecting Black Dragons to take a leaf out of there, but can pile in A. As we can see, that's where a majority of their defense is positioned. But this sneak into B might just be far too clutch and give Black Dragons an early lead in this half.
Yeah, VINCIT Gaming, they totally expected to push towards that A site. Only had some covering angle from the yard, which is by being 100% smoked by Black Dragons. This is a free plant.
Yeah, free plant here, freebie, but can VINCIT Gaming reclaim it?
They're trying to get the positions.
Half minute left before the bomb detonates. All VINCIT Gaming players alive. Everybody almost in full health.
Yeah, we see Goken in no man's land. Notsen takes him down, but they are going to rotate through Armory. But right there, DGZ has a nice line of fire on him, but he goes down as well. Mazin takes Ryuzao. Notsen. ADRF takes Mendez. ADRF takes Fefe. And Black Dragons take the first blood in this second half.
A frustrating moment here for the VINCIT Gaming. They gave away the B site, trying to preempt a possible A site rush, and the Black Dragons exploited it and closed it out.
Yeah, that's the risk that they actually took, having 3 men on top of A side and 2 men just guarding it near their own spawn, expecting a big push towards the A side, just like how they did it on the other side.
Yeah, but we can see the adaptation from Vincent Gaming. They now have 3 covering B side. They have 3 in the yard passage, looking for angles down office, looking to see if they can wrap around eventually through front yard and collapse in on Black Dragons as they try to enter A. But it looks as though a rotation is going to come out towards B for Black Dragons.
Black Dragon just moving slowly, 1 step at a time, after checking that there's no one coming from the office. That's why Vienna is always on the back with that AWM, switching into the AK now.
They might just get the drop on Fefe. He is, he knows where they are. I think he can hear them. And he's looking.
So you got to smoke this? Ooh, bad time to have that in hand. Nave comes down here. Great shot there. Can he get 2? He does. Black Dragons dropping like flies. Whoa. Unreal.
Mendez, absolute monster there. He was kind of caught with his pants down with grenades in his hands, but still manages to finish it off. Big win there.
Yeah, can't remember which player, but a big overnade flash came down from the yard side, blinding most of Black Dragon members coming into that B side.
Again, another push in here. The C4 laid back over here, not far from the spawn. They're going to peek in. Again, it's a 3-man, 2-man cover. 3 on A, 2 on B.
We can see Goken taking the quarters passage all the way looking through A. He's looking for anything, any information he can find on that angle, but is seeing no rotations from Vincent Gaming, who are playing incredibly deep right now.
The smoke in the mid will allow the rest of the Black Dragons players to get over here, closer towards the B site.
The smoke in mid doesn't even matter. No one has an eye on mid on Vincent Gaming. They are playing too deep.
Yeah, only Fefe is looking for that pass into that A passage. Going on top, he's barely peeking into that site.
The push comes in, a naked B base here. And they're going to flash this, and I've already seen this once before. Are the VINCIT Gaming players going to be able to reclaim this? The bomb now being planted.
Instant rotations out of Vincent Gaming. We can see Ryuzao going on a little journey all the way around. He's going to try and get an alternative angle. Mendez finding his way through office as well. Is going to try to get kills, and nobody is really shooting at each other. Fefe gets ADRF. DGZ gets Ryuzao. Goken takes out Mendez.
There's only 2 players remaining here for VINCIT Gaming. Fefe in the smoke has to come through. He will come around the box. Pistol drawn. Goken takes him out.
Come the last member. Gets
Oh
the
my
pistol
God,
gun
this is
on the
insane.
side.
Completely insane game there. Beautiful play.
Yeah, they're playing hide and seek right there, trying to catch the target. Goken just jumps off, says, "Oh, try to catch me right now." The bomb's going off very soon.
C4 laid back here at spawn. Only 1 player covering B. Again, they seem to want to try to preempt a rush towards A, although A has mostly been neglected by the Black Dragons.
But this is super aggressive on the side of VG. They have 4 men running down through quarters, but they do pull back.
1 VINCIT Gaming player here to try to cover this. They're going to back up, and it looks like we may end up with some B-side play. Smokes everywhere. I mean, if you were to even be trying to check as VINCIT Gaming, you would have no idea what's going on. Nobody actually going to be. More attention over here towards mid.
Yeah, it's really hard for Lucam to really get any kind of information. He is in a very forward spot. Seeing if there's any movement towards B is seeing absolutely nothing. But that has not triggered the rest of VG yet to move over towards A. And no one has real sights on where Black Dragons currently are.
More inching up here. It definitely looks like it's going to be an attack on the A site as VINCIT Gaming's combing B, which is probably going to give them a sense that something's going to happen at A, unless there's going to be like a push in the last 30 seconds over to B.
Oh, Mason. What happened?
We saw a quick kill there. It happened very abruptly. Mason was just suddenly shot down while trying to poke through mid.
Yeah, got really down. I think they were trying to set up for the flash into that A side. They immediately responded. VINCIT Gaming already ready with 3 men.
Okay, A side is now being collapsed on. It's 4 versus 3 here, but the quick rotations from the rest of VG is going to be enough. Nothing gets ADRS, turns around, Muse out, gets Goken, Fefe gets DGZ, Nothing gets Vienna, and that gives another win to VG, who are now within touching distance of a win.
A complete crushing play there. Some communication here with the translator.
Yeah, I think it's due to the death that just happened in the middle of the map. I don't think that was exactly the spot where he should have been fallen. No shot actually taken from VG.
Oh, is that right?
So
I thought maybe we missed that.
I think we will have some more talk with the ref.
Yeah, they're going to throw it back over here to the desk. And as soon as we're notified what, first of all, what happened and then what the decision is here by the referees in production, we'll let you guys know. But for now, this is a neck-and-neck fight. We have, I mean, frankly, it could go either way here for the Black Dragons or for VINCIT Gaming.
Yeah, VG do have the edge. It is currently 8-5, and they are looking better than their opponents. They're getting, it's like one each, but that would still give victory for VG. BD have to do something drastic in the last few rounds to kind of bring themselves, to give themselves that advantage.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard for either team. Of course, your VINCIT Gaming, it seems like they almost have it, but once Black Dragon, they break through, they keep on the momentum, they have the experience of years being together. Of course, DGZ being one of the newer players, but still understanding his old teammates, the entire squad of VINCIT Gaming, basically. He knows exactly what they want to do on the map. So understanding is there for all the members, and it just comes down to how they're actually using this time to collect themselves. Can they be ready for the final few rounds to actually go a step ahead of their opponent and go to that grand finals?
So in that game that we had there, right when that round had wrapped up, we don't know exactly what happened. It seemed like suddenly one of the characters had a heart attack or something, just died. Very weird. I don't know what the deal is with that. And I'm not sure what the rules are for that, but we're going to find out soon here.
Yeah, I think this one might actually take us a while.
I think so.
To be honest.
This is a weird thing to have happen, especially when the stakes are this high.
Yeah, when the stakes are this high and one player just drops down in the middle of the match and does literally nothing, and there was no shots fired towards him, nothing happened, so...
I thought I just didn't hear a shot or something. I thought, even the place where he died, it didn't appear there was anybody that would have seen him to kill him.
Well, it happens. You know, it does
happen. At the worst of times.
But yeah, it's going to be tough. This break might actually play more into Black Dragons, actually. Like,
I think so.
This little break here might give them time just to, you know, recover, to talk to each other, to find out what is going on in each other's heads. Take a little time out, calm each other down, find the right path. It's giving them more thinking time, more time to just decide where they're going to go. And that's going to be super important for them as they continue through this match.
Yeah, if we had any type of disconnect or type of issue in game after the shots fired, after the damage in round, usually it would count on the online matches. But because we do have LAN and all the ref and officials right behind him, I think they're just talking right now about what they will do with that round, if it will count exactly or towards VINCIT Gaming, or they will start from that right before that round, because shots has been fired, and I believe even before that death. There has been some death from VINCIT Gaming and also Black Dragons.
No, that was the first death in the map.
Was it?
Yeah, that was the first player
but there
to
was
drop.
Some damage though before.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure about that. I don't know.
Let's just leave it to the refs.
I mean, I was gonna say let's just rewind the stream a little bit. Let's go take another look.
Yeah, I'm not sure if anybody had taken that much damage. It was a pretty quiet start for that round. One thing to note, and I don't believe we have the players mic'd up, so I don't think you guys are picking up audio at home. But I thought it was intense when it was China versus China. This is some of the most intense esports I've ever seen here with these two guys. I'm hearing fists slamming on the table. I'm hearing screams. I'm hearing players yelling at each other, high fives going around. Both these guys want this. Again, these not just these two teams, actually, all the teams we've had here have been in quarantine for 2 weeks, obviously because of the global pandemic with COVID. They've been isolated, thinking, obviously practicing, meditating on this moment. This entire year has built up to now a Brazil versus Brazil match, and an upset with China versus China on the other side of the bracket. Q9 managed to defeat Super Valiant Gaming, and right now Q9 is waiting to defend the honor of China. China, of course, where Crossfire has historically been the most popular, and about 3 years ago, China was the best nation defending the Crossfire Championships. Now Brazil, looking stronger than ever before, is here, but there's 2 teams that could possibly do it. It's the 2 teams we have now. We're halfway through the 3rd game, tied up 1-1. Something happened. I'm not sure what. A player just, boop, dies, and we're going to be notified by production, too, exactly what's going to happen.
Because getting an update right now, as that was a disconnect after some damage was already done in the round, so the round will count towards VINCIT Gaming. From what I heard, 5-8 will be the round score going into the match now.
Okay, now we know. So we're gonna hop back into this again. Though we are at the very end of day 3. After this is finished, we are gonna know who will be fighting for 1st place and who will be fighting for 3rd. It will, no matter what, be Brazil versus China, Brazil versus China. It just depends on where the Brazilian teams land. It's a cool rivalry to have here. You don't normally have China versus Brazil. China versus anywhere is normal. There's enough people there. Esports is big enough. But we're seeing Brazil now become so strong, become so powerful. And the fact that they are not just doing well, but they're actually defeating China, at least in the past, it's a moment that both these teams are eager to try to prove themselves here now. And we're back in the game. Let's do this. Black Dragons versus VINCIT Gaming continues on.
It is 5-8. VINCIT Gaming have a 3-win lead, and they only need 2 more to go. So we'll see what happens here, as there seems to be a little bit of feigned aggression over on A, but there is no one there to defend it whatsoever. VINCIT Gaming have put all their eggs in the B basket.
Yeah, after seeing some of the smoke thrown down towards the yard side, towards the B bottom and the office, VINCIT Gaming actually staying near the yard bypass, thinking that it has to be a yard attack or into that office. They have a pretty good read so far.
Fefe is stuck right down in that yard passage. He is going absolutely nowhere, but he might get the drop on a few Black Dragons players if they creep towards B.
Nade thrown over here at Black Dragons, coming forward. Smoke filling the area. Fefe has no idea there's 5 on the other side, but he spams down anyways. He gets a kill.
He does indeed, and things are going Black Dragons' way now. It is 3-3. Ryuzao, Notze, Mendez left. But Goken is low, but oh, it's all turning around. Ryuzao is 1 against 2.
They're so low, though. Natsun almost took both of them down. Adrian left with barely any HP. Same for Goken.
Coming around, 1 goes down. Goken in the same spot, though. Ryuzao backing up. He's got a lot of HP. He's got plenty of bullets in the clip.
I don't think he knows he's there.
I think he's expecting a different position. You don't normally have 2 players stacked like that.
Especially the sniper.
Oh! A key moment, a shot through the hip is going to bounce Black Dragons. 1 more win, closer to 9.
Exactly. You would have Goken all the way towards the office or up on top right next to those stairs. That's not a spot where the sniper is supposed to be.
Yeah, and it caught him completely by surprise. He even had his back turned towards the enemy. I mean, when it goes wrong for him, doesn't it? He was looking so strong. He took down 2 on his own. It was a 3 versus 1. And at the last minute, he just kind of flounders. He was not expecting that player in that position.
Another push around here into mid. The Black Dragons have done it. Again, VINCIT Gaming wins this, and it's going to be Black Dragons fighting to tie it up 9-9. Every game's so important here. Patient play here by the Black Dragons. VINCIT Gaming seems confident B is going to be the location of attention. And with everybody from Black Dragons over here at A, this may be a situation where VINCIT Gaming is going to have to give up A for now and then reclaim it after the bomb's been planted.
Yeah, another risky defensive position by VINCIT Gaming. But let's see if this pays off. It is just A side just totally open for Black Dragons to take. Rizal will get information. They will come in, but they won't really be losing anyone, though.
Yeah, the rotation needs to be quick, and we can see that it's not looking quick enough. They're trying to rotate in. Notzing was very slow on the uptake, but does meet up with Mendez and Lucao.
It is a full-on 5-man push from Vincent. We don't see any rotation around here. In fact, a lot of the Black Dragons players are probably not in the position they need to be to defend here. Most of them outside the area. This is all smoked up. 30 seconds on the clock to try to defuse as the rest of the players come in here. It's a spray fest right in the middle here with smokes down.
But Black Dragons get the advantage in every situation. And we were saying, maybe that break was just what they needed.
The frustration on the faces of Vincent Gaming as Black Dragons could make this 8-8.
It looks like it could totally happen very soon because Vincent Gaming, they're being risky. They're taking the risk of going towards one side a lot more. 5-man push towards A passage. Few of those nades actually did quite a lot of damage when they were trying to come in. That's risky play, but did not really end up paying for them. Black Dragons, let's see where they are focusing this time again. Trying to see if anyone's coming around the corner of offense, just like they did before.
But they're split exactly the same way. It's 3-2. 3 looking at B, 2 on A, and a bit of back and forth firing there. But are they gonna get anything done? Mendez has taken a little bit of damage. We do see 4-man rotation now on that B site.
Nice shot there by Luca. Popping through the window. VG up 5-4. Shots fired here. Luca again retreating away.
But Fefe gets ADRF, and that is going to be a massive turning point in this. ADRF has been very important in a lot of engagements. What's going to happen here? Mendez gets Viana as well, and now it has all fallen apart. It is 4-2. Only 2 members of Black Dragons remain.
Things are looking bleak for the Black Dragons. Comebacks have happened. We have Mason coming around here. There are 3 Vincent Gaming players literally above him. 1 goes down, but not 2. And now in a pistol fight, Vincent Gaming has made their lead up to 9. Now the Black Dragons are not eliminated. If they can win 2 more games, it becomes 9-9, and we will finally have the situation that I've been eager to see this entire tournament.
Vincent Gaming just a single round away from going to that grand finals. Can they actually pull this up? Black Dragons going wild into the yard.
The whole year has culminated to this moment here for the Black Dragons. They need to have perfect play here. They get a kill here.
They get another. DGZ gets Fefe. It's looking good for Black Dragons, but Mendez gets ADRF. Mason is got. Oh, it's all looking bad for VG right now. It's 4 versus 1. Musao is not the ninja he needs to be right now, as he might just get dropped on here through this window.
Trying to peek into yard. Goes past one of the members. Vienna is still right there, buying time.
Nice shooting. 3-1 now. Again, it would be a miracle play if Vincent Gaming did this, but if Ryuzo were to pull this off, it would be a well-deserved win. 20 seconds on the clock, 3 players to kill, and a bomb to defuse. Goken goes down.
9 HP.
Oh, just not enough.
The Black Dragons have bumped it up once more. 8-9.
Catching up. What a decision to just push yard immediately towards the B side. Vincent Gaming, they weren't just ready for that timing attack.
Lucao playing pretty aggressive here, trying to walk through the office entranceways, but not really getting sight of anyone here, and we just see a little bit more dancing around the map for both teams.
Well, there's so much tension in the air, you could cut it with a knife. The Black Dragons are going to tie this up, or Vincent Gaming goes on to the finals. Either way, it is going to be completely insane.
Goken trying to get anything cut off when there are drops coming down from the top. Watching A long.
Nobody wants to be the first death here. Nobody wants to be the one catalyst that stops their team from closing this one out. Everything on the line. Lucao is trying to find angles, but everyone on Black Dragons are walking past him. And Viana gets Lucao. Fefe gets ADRF. DGZ gets Fefe. And it's looking like Black Dragons might just be able to seal their 9th win as Mendez takes Viana, though. Things are slowly turning around as it looks like VG get a better position. Mendez gets Mazen.
This is going to be it. VGZ Goken still left both the snipers. Can they pull this one off? They do bring 2.
DGZ versus Ryuzo. Oh my God. 1v1. And the pistol closes it out. They are going.